Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another loot video for you guys. We're going to be doing 500 Kree'arra. This boss is actually pretty good right now, the drops that it does have. They are still pretty valuable, so I am expecting to make quite a bit of money from this video. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my loot from 500 Krill video, I will link that in the description down below. It's basically going to be the same as this one, but of course a different boss. Anyway guys, I really hope you do enjoy the video, and if you do, hit that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe. So anyway, we're going to jump right into it, starting off with the gear setup. So when fighting Kree, you will want to use ranged. Range is the best in slot for Kree. So as you can see, I am using my Noxious Longbow. You can use Ascension Crossbows if you want. They would probably boost your DPS actually. I am using my Amina core of Zamorak armor. It is not augmented just because I don't want to build up that cost of divine charges. And then I also have the Pernix boots. You can use the Armadyl boots as well, just in case you don't want to spend money on repair costs. And then also the Penance Ore. This one's really important. Penance Ore is what I was using for the entirety of the 500 kills. It allowed me so I didn't need as many prayer potions. I could stay there for a full hour. And you don't really need any food if you're using Soul Split as well as Anguish. So the Penance Aura is really important here. And then also the Amulet of Soul is really important as well because it will allow Soul Split to be a little bit more effective. Now looking at the inventory setup, as you can see, I am using my Enhanced Excalibur, Spring Cleaner, because it does drop some Rune Salvage. And I also have my Holy Overloads. Then I also have some prayer potions. I did adjust this throughout the 500 kills. If you are using penance, you actually don't really need any prayer potions, as long as you do switch off Anguish every once in a while, just so you can build your prayer back up. But it is pretty good just to bring one or two, just in case of emergencies. I also have my Magic Notepaper. This is really important for the super ranging potions as well as the super defense potions that it does drop. They're worth a lot, so you want to make sure that you do collect those. Also, for the familiar, I did find that a Steel Titan or even a Ripper Demon worked really well. I used the Steel Titan, but Ripper Demon, of course, would be pretty good also. But I would really recommend using a familiar that does boost your DPS rather than bringing a Beast of Burden. And so as you can see, my drop log, I don't have any of the unique drops because I got these kills before the drop log was released, so I don't have any right now. As you can see, we're going to be filling that up. Hopefully we do get close to completing the log. I also will be keeping track of all the uniques that we do get throughout this video. So I will be updating this page throughout the video just so you guys can see what we have obtained. Anyway guys, I really hope you do enjoy. We're going to get into the kills. So the first thing that I do want to mention about Kree'arra is that it does have a few special attacks, okay? So the thing that you will need to do when fighting this boss, you will want to stand in one of the corners. I like the corner next to the door. That's because it does spawn near here, and it also won't glitch you out and push you out of the corner. So it does have this Wing Gust attack, which will push you around. That's why you want to stay in the corner. Then you can just stay in one spot. It's really helpful when you do use your Death Swiftness. You won't be pushed out of it. So that is one really important thing about Kree'arra. Other than that, you really just should be fine. He does deal a decent amount of damage, but if you are using Soul Split as well as Anguish, you really should be fine. I never really needed any food as long as my overloads were active, and I also had my Enhanced Excalibur just in case I ever was a bit low on HP. So now jumping in to our first hour at Kree'arra, we end up getting our first unique drop just a few kills in. We got the Armadyl boots drop. This is a pretty solid drop worth right around 3 mil. Also, if you do notice, I am doing a lot of these kills on mobile. So I am using the mobile beta for iOS. And I do find it does run really smooth with Kree'arra. This boss doesn't really have too many mechanics, so it isn't really that difficult, which is really nice. And so just about 10 more kills into our first hour, we end up getting our second unique drop. We got an Armadyl chestplate drop. Now this is really good because it is the second most valuable item that Kree'arra does drop. So this is worth right around 6.5 mil. So far we've made about 10 mil in the first hour. Let's keep it going for the entire video. Just as our first hour of Kree'arra is coming to an end, we end up getting our second Armadyl chestplate. This has been a 15 or 16 mil hour, so it has been really lucky. The YouTube luck is coming in clutch here. Now we're going to move on to our second hour. And our second hour, the luck is continuing. We end up getting another unique, this time an Armadyl helmet drop, worth right around 3 mil. So each unique that you do get from this boss is really valuable. That's the nice thing about it. It's not like Krill, where you will get a few uniques that really aren't worth much. They're all worth right around 3 mil at Kree'arra, so it is really nice. And moving on to our next unique drop, this is around kill 200. So we end up getting another unique Armadyl glove drop this time. So it is nice for filling out the drop log, and hopefully we end up getting a few more of those uniques and maybe even the boss pet. And hopping back onto mobile, we ended up getting a third Armadyl chest plate. We are getting some pretty good luck so far. The only unique drops that we are missing is the Armadyl hilt, as well as the Armadyl buckler and Armadyl chain skirt. And so after going on a pretty long dry streak of about 100 kills, we end up getting another unique. This time it is our second Armadyl helmet drop. Now we are at about kill number 400, so we do have 100 more to go. And so that is it. We didn't end up getting another unique drop. We only got one unique drop in the last 200 kills, so we are on a bit of a dry streak to end it. But we did get pretty lucky. We got 3 Armadyl chest plates. Those are worth 6.5 mil each, so really lucky there. Unfortunately, we didn't get any Armadyl chain skirts. They're worth a little bit more than the chest plates right now at around 6.7 mil. But still, we made quite a bit of money off the uniques. We got 2 helmets. We also got 1 glove drop and 1 boot drop. Then for the God Sword shards, as you can see, we ended up getting 5 in total. Those do have a pretty rare drop rate at about 1 in 700, so they're pretty rare as well. And so looking at the total loot that we did make from these 500 Kree'arra kills, as you can see, we made around 50.8 mil. So as you can see, we made around 4.2 mil from the crushed nests, which is a pretty common drop. Also around 4 mil from the grime and dwarf weed. And then also some potions and stuff like that does add up. As you can see, most of the money did come from those unique drops, as well as the alchables and coin drops. So 7 mil just in coins and alchables, and then also 19 mil from those Armadyl chest plates that we did get. 5 mil in the helmets, and then also you can see we made around 3 mil for the boots and 3 mil for the gloves. So overall, a lot of the money does come from these unique drops, but they aren't really that rare to get, and also a lot of them, they're worth around 3 mil at least, so you can expect some pretty consistent money from Kree'arra. Now, another thing that I do want to mention before we go into the loot breakdown is the Armadyl components. These components are worth right around 1 mil each, and so each War Priest of Armadyl armor that you do disassemble does turn into 1 Armadyl component. So you end up getting 5 throughout this loot video, which is pretty good, saves us around 1 mil just in the Armadyl components. So I do want to mention that as well. If you do get these War Priest of Armadyl armors, then you can disassemble them into a free Armadyl component, and you can obtain them over and over again, which is why it may benefit you if you want to disassemble them. Otherwise, you can keep them for a pretty solid tier 75 hybrid armor. Now looking further into the loot breakdown, as you can see, we got the 500 kills, and we averaged around 50 kills per hour, so it did take around 10 hours to complete these 500 kills. Total GP made around 50.8 mil, so we made around 5 mil GP per hour. Now we did have a few costs just in things like the divine charges, also some repair costs, and then also you had to pay for the overloads, so around 500k there. Also the instances do cost 200k every time as well. But the profit per hour estimates around 4.5 mil profit per hour, which is pretty solid for Kree'arra. You don't need to pay too much attention to this boss. You do need to make sure that you are always attacking the boss and not the minions. That is probably the big thing, but if you are using the Penance Aura, then you really shouldn't have much of a problem with this boss. Overall, I really did have a blast making this loot video, and we also made quite a bit of money as well. Now looking at the XP breakdown, we got around 4.8 million ranged XP, which does average out to around 480k XP per hour. We also got 1.2 million Constitution XP for around 120k. Constitution XP per hour. We also ended up getting around 30k prayer XP just from burying the bones from my bone crusher at around 3k prayer XP per hour. I did decide to add that, even though it is a pretty minuscule amount of XP. And so just looking at our updated boss log, as you can see, we still are missing the Armadyl chain skirt, as well as the hilt and buckler, and of course the Armadyl pet. Overall, I really did enjoy this boss, and I could see myself grinding for that pet or the boss log in the future. Kree'arra is a pretty simple and calm boss to kill. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Kree'arra. Also, let me know if you did enjoy this loot video. I am really enjoying making them, so just give me some feedback. Hit that thumbs up button if you do enjoy these sort of loot videos. Just let me know if you want to see more. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and hit that thumbs up button if you did. And I really hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.